to devise some kind of method or strategy to offset some of the events or a repetition of the events that have taken place here in Los Angeles recently. We have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Tamir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coon. The white man to go nuts if he cash you. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations, I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
Touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations. America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get mad. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of Eric Malcolm.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle? You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? It's me now. Hear my truth now. I'm here to speak and make it clear. I'm sorry, y'all, for all I've done, but I'm not the only one. In a dark place, I told some lies, but I'm not the only one. We all got secrets under the sun. In the shadows, we played the game. Now I'm standing here taking the blame. A lot of y'all was at the freak off too, so don't put it all on me. That's just the truth. I've been up and down this road trying to find my peace. Confessions of a man without a release. Oh, now, hey. In the mirror, I saw the truth hiding in plain view. I'm coming clean now, this burden to undo. We were all there dancing shadows in the night, acting wrong when we knew what was right. But deep inside, there's more you must see. In this room of mirrors, it's not just me. I walk this path with heavy chains, trying to shed those sins, erase the stains. I've seen the highs and the pushing low, fading in the spotlight. That's how it goes. Now I'm standing here, hard on my sleeve, trying to clear the air, let the demons relieve. Every wrong turn and every mistake led me to this moment, let my soul quake. Plays a part in the shadows deep, lost in the game. It's promises to keep. All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your morning wake-up call. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already, be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay. Also, don't forget to double check and make sure you're still subscribed to the channel, especially if you haven't been receiving those notifications. Also, don't forget that I did say that you could likely unsubscribe and then resubscribe. And so maybe that'll reset your notifications. All right. And so let's get ready to get into it. Now, I'm adding something to this thumbnail real quick. Hold on. Give me just a second. In the meantime, in between time, moderators, please drop the link to the live for the backup channel that starts at 11:15. If you could be so kind. Thank you in advance. Okay, here we go. All right. Hello, Juju. Juju said the queen is queen, and thank you, beloved. All right, Pearly is here. Coco Marshmallows. Michael M. Said this channel is not the place for trolls. Absolutely. Alice is here. Stacy Quinton. All right, Claudette, Pearly, Nessie X. All right, 504 Nola in the house. Deronda, Leon. Okay. And so let's get into it. Everyone, please get the likes up. Please like and share. All right, like and share. Now, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr_A_Shakur. Also on TikTok at Dr. A. Shakur and Twitter at DGoddess27. Now, before we get into the nefarious dream, who clearly is a whole nightmare, before we get into that, let's talk about this black man. Hold on, I got to show you all this video because this is absolutely nefarious. This man who went to his daughter's graduation, I'm sorry,
Yeah, this Brad went to his daughter's graduation and then didn't want the black man to shake his daughter's hand. Right. And I believe the black man is the superintendent of the district. And so, as the kids are going on stage to get their diplomas, and then they're shaking hands with the staff and everybody that's up there, well, he intervenes. So we're going to get into it. And I'm likely going to show it a couple of times because it happened so quickly. You're not really paying attention. You may not have even seen the guy walk up on the stage, but you can definitely hear his mouth in the background. Okay. Also nefarious. And I was actually going to talk about this on the backup channel later, but I decided to speak about it on here. Okay, so I'm almost done. Let me just post this real quick. Okay, there we go. Now let's get into it. Likes up, everyone. Please get the likes up, okay? What is wrong with some of these people, honey? They think it's in the 1960s and think they're still living in Jim Crow, I guess. Okay, here we go. I'm going to share my screen. And luckily it was caught on video because you already know they wouldn't have said a word about this. Okay, hey, Queen Sam, Edward in the house. Now you'll see him. He's got like blonde looking hair. Okay, you'll see him just waltz up on stage.
Oh, excuse me. Where's
Dude, man, you better get up off
Where's
me,
Brendan?
man.
Where's Brendan?
Get away from me, bro.
No, don't.
Hey, no, hey, go. You need to get, hey.
Walk away.
You gotta go. I will get off right now. I don't care. Get off the stage right now.
That way, Michael. No. Where's Brendan? Who's there?
Brendan's.
Okay. Who's up?
Oh, excuse me.
Okay, now the nerve of him. Now, did you all see him? Now, first of all, my mistake, he didn't have blonde hair. He had on a white baseball cap. But let me tell you something, honey. He walked up there and put his hands on that man and started shoveling him out of the way. I mean, the nerve, it's the gall, it's the audacity of it all for me. Okay? And then said, that's my daughter. Well, here's the thing. If he didn't want his daughter to shake his hands, he should have told her that prior to graduation and said, just get your diploma and walk off stage or whatever. But to do all of that, honey, I would press charges on him. I don't care how petty it is. I would have pressed charges on him for touching me. That's assault. Don't put your hands on me and shove me out of the way. Okay? Who does he think he is? All right? This is all crazy. His whole family should have been ousted from the graduation. Whole family. All right? Please pay attention. This is all crazy. Honey, these people have some effing nerve. All right, some effing nerve. I absolutely cannot. Queen Sam said he should have been arrested. He should have been. Okay, and if that had been me, he put hands on, he would have been arrested. Okay, because I darn sure would have pressed charges. I mean, the nerve. Honey, I can only imagine how racist his family is, and his daughter likely is too. I mean, look who raised her at the end of the day. Ms. Davis said, people let them get away with too much. They need to get them straightened out. Yeah. But people aren't going to do that because some people are scared, okay? And boot licks to boot. Just a sad story of it, honey. Pay attention. They be trying the right ones. I've never had anybody do anything racist to me to my face. And for the sake of them, I hope they never do, okay? Because I know that would turn out well, honey. Police. This is all crazy. This is absolutely nefarious. I just want y'all to pay attention. April said, so embarrassing. Yes, it was embarrassing for the black man, and his family should have been embarrassed. His daughter just sitting there looking. I'm sure she was embarrassed as well, but she knows how her father is. She already knew what piece of trash he was. It's all crazy, honey. Stuff like that just gets under my skin. When I tell you. But anyway, I digress. Now let's talk about the dream. Let's talk about the dream, honey, because he is all nefarious. Now, for those of you who were here when I broke down the lawsuit the other day, okay, and I went through that whole 60 pages. It took us how long? About 3.5 hours that live was, and all the nefarious triggering things that were in there, and I believe most of it, okay? I believe most of it at the end of the day, because here's the thing. You see, some people want to say things like, when the footage of Diddy beating poor Cassie down the hallway of that hotel, some people said, well, that doesn't necessarily mean that he assaulted her and all that stuff. No, it doesn't necessarily mean that, but what it does necessarily mean that he has a high probability to be the type of person that would do such a thing. Because the average everyday person surely wouldn't be pummeling someone, stomping them, kicking them and all of that, grabbing them by the hair and snatching them to the ground in public. Period. They wouldn't do it, period. But specifically not in public. Okay? So that all being said, you have to be a whole devil to behave that way. And so I don't put anything past devils. You see, devils will do just about anything as far as I'm concerned, within the realm of them being able to get away with it. Now, that all being said, you see, Dream, okay? Now, he has been arrested before and charged with strangulation, choking his ex. So let's talk about it. First of all, let's talk about, he was married to Christina Milian. Now, they got married in 2009, and the marriage only lasted 10 months, sad to say. I mean, I guess it was better for her at the end of the day, but they got married in 2009. Okay? Looked like everything was all happy and, going great from outside appearances. Lord only knows what Christina was going through inside the home, right? But alas, he cheated on Christina, probably multiple times, who knows? But at least on one occasion, he was caught frolicking, they say, on the beach with Melissa Santiago. Okay, shortly after he and Christina had been married. Okay, so he's a whole no good dog. That's just what he is. And the thing is, he is nowhere near attractive anywhere. I know beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but he just doesn't look like much, is all I'm saying. And there he is with her again. Look at that belly, honey. Nothing the least bit remotely attractive about him. And that's Melissa Santiago, that he was cheating early on in his marriage with Christina. That's why it was so short-lived. In fact, I do believe that he filed for divorce within the 5th month. I know that Christina was in fact pregnant when he filed for the divorce, okay? And then left her all alone. Please pay attention. He's nefarious. All right, so let's talk about it, because he was ticked off about the divorce settlement. He didn't like that one bit. And they were arguing over royalties that belonged to Justin Bieber, because they both worked on some of his songs. Okay, so let's get into it. Now, first off, early on in the marriage, Christina Milian was offered $10 million, okay, from Paramount Pictures. So the producer Dream opened up about his girlfriend. They weren't married then. I'm sorry, they were dating. He opened up about his girlfriend, Christina Milian's upcoming 4th studio album called Elope, revealing that the album is in fact done, but that Christina hasn't released it yet due to some major deals in TV and film. Okay, so then here's what he had to say about this. When he was talking, he said, I ain't with all that blogging and ish. I ain't with all that blogging and ish, man. But what I can and will say about Christina Milian's album is the album is done. And then he added, we're cutting 2 new records tomorrow. Not because we have to, just because we can. And we end up just coming up with certain things. And I always want her to try whatever. And the record is something new. Okay, singles and everything. It's just about whether she feels like doing it or not. Now, despite pushbacks on the project and a lot of ridicule coming from several blogs and websites, the Dream reverted to defend Milian, defending her stardom, because people were trying to say, she had lackluster talent, she was a really good singer, and all of that. Okay, so then he goes on to say, she has a lot of stuff going on in the movie world and actually on TV. somebody just gave her a lot of bread, and you don't make enough money in the radio and R&B world, when it gets to that particular point. So somebody shows up to her house with $10 million. And then you got a blog full of haters that's trying to make sure that your ish don't come out. Okay, it's like, what you gonna do? Let me see. Paramount Pictures wants to give me $10 million, or I just got to beat my head to the ground and prove something to the ninjas that's out here giving me $5. And then he goes on to say, you going to take the $10 million and ride out, because I need a new phantom. So I want her to take the $10 million. So he was already counting her coins, is all I'm saying, before they even got married. Please pay attention. Okay, he's already counting her coins and then bragging about it. Now, so then when he got married, of course, like I said, he was cheating. And then, in fact, Christina got into it with his mistress. Okay, she ended up emailing the mistress. And then, of course, the embarrassment of it all, you're a newlywed, and then you're pregnant, and your husband's out here frolicking on the beach, all for everybody to see, doesn't care who's watching, doesn't care about the vlog sites and all of that. And so I thought it was all nefarious. Please pay attention. Now, Christina Milian confronts the Dream's mistress in email, and this is October 25th of 2010 when this was reported. So like I said, just months into the marriage. Christina Milian wrote an email to her ex-husband, the Dream's mistress. The mistress, named Melissa Santiago, used to be Christina's friend. Now, I want you all to pay attention. A lot of times when these men in the industry, Hollywood or whatever, when they're out here cheating on their women, it's very often with their friends. I mean, let's look at Diddy. Okay, let's talk about him. Diddy was messing around with Misa Hilton. Now, he met Misa when she was 17. I don't know if they started dating at the time. It is rumored that they were, and he was a little older, but he was dating Misa Hilton. Her and Kim Porter were friends. He started cheating on Misa with Kim, then left Misa for Kim, and then cheated on Kim with Sarah Chapman, the one that dated Tupac, and then had a daughter with her. And in fact, Sarah Chapman was pregnant by Diddy while Kim was pregnant by Diddy. Okay, I just want y'all to pay attention. And that's one of the reasons they broke up at that time, because Kim was like, I think she was like maybe just finding out she was pregnant, and Sarah was like 5 months pregnant or something like that. But also crazy. And then when Diddy was asked about it on the Wendy Williams show, he basically said, oh, I met all of them around the same time. We were all friends. And then I would get my heart broken. And then I, talk to a friend, and then it became romantic. No. You were dating all of those women because they were friends, not you were friends. You were not their friend, okay? He was hitting on all of them. That's what he was doing, trying to act like they were all just friends. Who do you think they were? Sister wives? Okay, but so anyway, I digress. So it goes on to say, the mistress named Melissa Santiago used to be Christina's friend, but began a relationship with the Dream while he was still married, okay? Clearly nefarious. Now, in the emails back and forth, Milian mentions that Santiago's actions were inappropriate and that she and Dream were still working on their broken marriage. Santiago's email back details that Milian should have paid more attention, much more attention, in fact, to her husband, okay, just as much as she did to the photos that surfaced of her and Dream on the beach, okay, because Melissa's the woman that was frolicking with him on the beach, honey. And so that's basically what she told her. I mean, the nerve. You're supposed to be this woman's friend, messing around with her husband behind her back, and then when she questions you about it, you have the nerve to tell her, well, you should have been paying more attention to your man, just as much as you were paying attention to the pictures of us on the beach. Some of these people are absolutely something else, okay? Absolutely something else. So anyway, now when they filed for divorce, which Dream is the one who I believe filed for the divorce. So they got into this whole big thing about Justin Bieber's royalties. Lights up, everyone, please like and share. The Dream and Christina Milian fight over Justin Bieber royalties. So last year, reports surfaced that Dream, born Terrius Nash, and Milian reached a divorce settlement, according to the Chicago Sun-Times. And now they say that Christina received a one-time $4 million payment and then about $5,000 to $10,000 a month in child support. Okay, and this is per TMZ. They say Dream also agreed to give Milian 10% of his publishing for co-writing Bieber's smash hit Baby, featuring Ludacris. Not too shabby, but not enough for Milian. According to court documents, the former Mrs. Nash is asking for more money, including a bigger share of the royalties from the song Baby. Now, word is Dream was so infuriated, okay, with the negotiations. He was trying to withhold the payments to his ex, and of course, that wasn't going down without a fight. Okay, said he wasn't going down without a fight. Now, Dream and Christina both credited as writers on the song. The song sold over 2 million copies and peaked at number 3 on the Billboard's chart, top 100 chart. Now, the song's video is the most watched clip in YouTube history. At least it was at that time. So they were working together. And so let's talk about this divorce payment breakdown. Exclusive details on documents. Christina Milian's divorce settlement. The Dream wants to back out of the deal. Now, the divorce between pop star Christina Milian and the Dream has turned very nasty, all because of Justin Bieber. Now, it was reported that exclusively to Radar Online that Terius the Dream Nash wants to back out of an agreed deal with his soon-to-be ex-wife that would give her 10% of his earnings on Bieber's hit, which she co-wrote. Now, court documents show that he gave Christina Milian millions. Now Milian has gone to Georgia court attempting to have a judge enforce a settlement agreement that the pair struck in October the year prior. In a letter sent to Milian's attorney, Randy Kessler, dated January the 13th, the Dream's attorney claims that the multi-million-dollar producer acted in good faith in an effort to finalize this matter in a manner that would allow each person to do so with dignity and grace. But that hasn't been appreciated. We apparently do not have an agreement. This is what his attorney said. Now, Kessler, who also represented Tamika Foster in her divorce from R&B star Usher, told Radar Online in an exclusive interview that a deal's a deal. Justin Bieber is not the issue here. Okay, Miss Flores simply wants Mr. Nash to adhere to what he previously agreed to. Now, according to the settlement transcript obtained by Radar Online, Milian and the Dream, who filed for divorce 9 days before Milian gave birth to the couple's daughter, Violet, agreed to the following. Now, I want y'all to pay attention. After lying and cheating, okay, messing around with other women while she's pregnant and even prior to, and then files for divorce while she's just a few days shy of having their child. Now, this is what they agreed to. Visitation and parenting time with the couple's daughter was supposed to be negotiated by both parties, but the view and goal is to have Mr. Nash able to spend as much of the time as he wants with the child, up to 50%, as the parties can best work it out. Milian was to receive $10 million a month in child support, which includes $6,500 a month, a payment for $6,500 a month, and up to $3,500 a month for daycare, a nanny in private school. Then Milian receives $3,500 a month in alimony for 2 years or upon remarriage or proof of meretricious relationship with the opposite sex lasting at least 60 days. Milian will receive 10% of the Justin Bieber single Baby. Milian will receive free and clear a Mercedes G55. Milian and Nash will keep their own possessions, such as jewelry, the gifts that each of them gave to one another, their personal effects, and each will retain title to their businesses that they currently own and operate. Now, the pair agreed to the deal on October the 26th, the year prior, okay, during a 4-hour settlement conference. After hammering out the agreement, as outlined by a court reporter, Kessler asked both Milian and Nash, do you both agree to this final agreement between the two of you, resolving all issues of your divorce? Both Milian and Nash stated for the record, yes. Kessler has filed a motion with the court to enforce that settlement agreement, arguing that Nash entered into an enforceable agreement as substantiated by the on-the-record transcript. Kessler states that in the event that there is an impasse, then the record may be used by the court to facilitate the enforcement of an agreement or as the agreement itself whatever the court finds appropriate. Now, the Dream's attorney didn't dispute the statement at the time of the settlement discussions, but did state that I'd like the record to reflect that my client enters into this agreement freely and voluntarily. However, he enters into this agreement against the advice of his counsel. So it went all nefarious. Queen Sam said, that's why I have no friends. I have acquaintances. Exactly. Okay. And you know, when you're dating someone that has all this money, it's a whole lot of gold digging people that are just try to be your friend just because, so they can get in where they fit in. Okay. That's how that very often goes. Likes up, beloveds. Like and share. I'm waiting for this to load. Okay, now, newly single mom Christina Milian fights back on Twitter as radio DJ sticks his boot in over the marriage split. Christina Milian stepped out dressed in black yesterday following the announcement of the end of her marriage to Dream. But as well as coping with life as a newly single mother, the R&B singer was forced to take her Twitter page to defend herself from gossip surrounding the split from the Dream. Now, popular New York Hot 97 radio host DJ Funkmaster Flex declared on Twitter, Christina Milian is finished out here. Dream just wrapped you up. This is what he tweeted. But Christina hit back at the 41-year-old. She tweeted, at Funkmaster Flex, when will you just leave me alone and get a life? I swear, all you've ever done is pick on me. What's your problem, dude? Go away. The radio host was referring to the news that her 10-month marriage to Grammy-winning producer The Dream was over just 5 months after the pair welcomed their first child, Violet Madison Nash. Now, the split was announced after photos surfaced of The Dream, whose real name is Terrius Haggard Youngdale Nash, frolicking in the Caribbean surf with a mystery brunette who turned out to be Melissa Santiago. But the inflammatory radio host couldn't wait to share his opinions of the split on his Twitter page. It's not the first time he has spoken about the coupling of Christina and Nash, whose relationship caused a lot of virtual curtain twitching. Last year, Flex tweeted that Christina Milian has played herself well. Okay, when Dream kicks her to the curb, I'm going to seek and destroy. So he must have known it was coming, and clearly he couldn't wait to crow. But after Christina defended herself, he soon backed down and immediately apologized. He tweeted, at C Milian official, I was joking. I will give you a break. Wasn't personal. So childish and stupid, okay? I mean, why is he clowning this lady? She's out here a single mom with a new child and her husband's left her. Now, apart from a cryptic message posted on her Twitter page yesterday, she wrote, whatever you think, believe it. She has maintained a dignified silence about the split. And that's because it was alleged back then, it reported on D.L. Hughley's show, I do remember, that she was paid to be silent about the Dream. Now, the marriage is believed to have ended late last year, but it was decided to keep the split private to protect their daughter, who was born on February the 26th of this year. A spokesperson for Portly producer Nash told Us Weekly they asked for consideration and respect for their family moving forward. Now, Christina and Nash married in Las Vegas in September of 2009, just weeks before announcing her pregnancy. The Dream, who co-wrote and co-produced Beyonce's hit song Single Ladies, also has 3 children with ex-wife Nivea. And he did her dirty too. Please pay attention. Okay? Please pay attention. He did her just as dirty. Now, this was reported November 2010. The Dream pays Christina Milian $4 million to keep her mouth shut. Now, they say even though the couple were together for only a few months, Milian reportedly will be well paid. She's going to get this one-time settlement. Now, this was for her to be quiet and not to speak on the Dream. It was all in exchange for an ironclad promise to never say one word about the Dream or their relationship. Wonder what the Dream has to hide. That's what they asked. Well, I guess now we probably know. Okay, now we probably know. because he turned himself in. Please pay attention. And this is the woman that he was accused of choking, strangling. Okay, Lydia is her name, Lydia Nam. Let me put her picture on the screen. That's her right there. Okay, so he clearly has a type. Please pay attention. So he was charged with felony strangulation. Okay, he was arrested for felony strangulation, and this was in May of 2014, I do believe. Law enforcement told TMZ the rapper surrendered the dream. I don't know why they call this man a rapper. I guess everybody who's in the music industry that does something nefarious that's black is deemed to be a rapper. But anyway, they report that the rapper surrendered at a New York NYPD precinct this morning. He had been wanted by police for questioning in connection with an alleged assault on his baby mama, Lydia Nam, in April of 2013. And this is what she said that he did to her. Nam claims that he punched, kicked, and strangled her while she was pregnant with their son. Okay, for some reason, she didn't report the incident to police until 7 months later. According to law enforcement sources, Dream's been booked for the 2 felonies as well. He's been booked for the 2 felonies as well as 3 misdemeanors for assault, reckless endangerment, and child endangerment. Okay, so like I said, he's very similar to Diddy, and that's why people have been calling him, experts have been comparing him to Diddy. At the end of the day, a history of violence, okay, beating up on pregnant women, isn't that the same thing that Gina Hume said that Diddy did to her? Okay, stomped her out and kicked her and all of that. This is also egregious. Also egregious. The Dream turns himself in on domestic assault and strangulation charges. Singer also booked on 3 misdemeanors. Now, the Dream has turned himself in to NYPD on the felony charges of assault and strangulation after allegedly attacking his ex-girlfriend, Lydia Nam. The R&B producer and singer, whose real name is Terius Nash, had been wanted for questioning in connection to the incident. Now, this was reported by TMZ. Okay, in addition to the charges, he was booked this morning for 3 misdemeanors: assault, acting in a manner injurious to a child, and reckless endangerment. An NYPD rep confirmed this to Rolling Stone. It is currently unknown when he will stand before a judge. Now, Dream voluntarily surrendered to the Midtown North Precinct this morning in order to responsibly address the false allegations, is what he calls them, okay, filed against him by Lydia Nam. A rep for the producer said in a statement that he's innocent of the charges filed against him today, and we're confident that when this case is concluded and all the evidence has been reviewed, it will be clear that he's innocent. The alleged assault reportedly took place at New York's Plaza Hotel, the same place, not the same hotel per se, but in the similar environment to where Diddy attacked Cassie, okay, at a hotel. Now, it took place at New York's Plaza Hotel 3 months before the birth of their son. So she was good and pregnant. Okay, he could have really injured the baby. Please pay attention. Now, Nam waited until November to file a police report for undisclosed reasons. The Dream previously, probably because she didn't want to be stressed out and dealing with any more of his BS for the remainder of her pregnancy. Now, the Dream previously denied the allegations, and sources close to him told TMZ that he thought the Canadian-born Nam was hoping to use the accusation as a way to extend her visa. That's the same thing that he was doing with the other girl. I want you all to pay attention. The young lady who's recently filed the lawsuit against him, okay, Shanaz Mangro, she basically said that he was holding that over her head because she needed her visa and all of that stuff. He lied and acted like he was going to get it for her, or petition for it and all of that. So anyway, the gossip site reported that Dream was arrested in connection with a separate domestic violence involving Nam last June in California. But the DA rejected the case after Nam refused to press charges. So like I said, a history of violence, at least accusations of a history of violence, like Diddy, alleged to have been putting paws on pregnant women, like Diddy, alleged to have attacked his then girlfriend in a hotel, like Diddy, accused of sex trafficking, like Diddy, accused of rape and assault, like Diddy. Okay, that's what you ought to pay attention. I just want you all to pay attention. And so goes on to say that he responds to the lawsuit allegations. The Dream issued statement after being accused of rape and sexual battery in new lawsuit. Singer and songwriter The Dream has issued a statement about the allegations levied against him. Now, according to USA Today, the lawsuit against The Dream was filed in California on Tuesday, June the 4th. The outlet notes that the singer's real name, Terrius Gesteld Diamant. Additionally, the suit was filed by a woman named Shanaz Mangro. Now, listen, when I'm saying his real name, he changed his name. It was initially Terrius Gesteldi Diamant, and then he changed it to Terrius Youngdale Nash. Okay, so that's why you'll hear me saying two different names, because he changed it at some point. Now, and some are reporting with the first and then some with the latter. Now, additionally, the suit was filed by a woman named Shanaz Mangro. Okay, they note that Mangro is also known by her stage name, Shani Monroe. Now, Mangro is reportedly accusing the 46-year-old of rape. Let me put her picture on the screen. That's the accuser right there. So she's accusing the 46-year-old of rape, trafficking, and sexual battery. The woman alleges the songwriter lured her into an abusive relationship, which she also notes was violent and manipulative. Furthermore, Mangro reportedly referred to her experiences with The Dream as nothing short of a prolonged nightmare. According to the outlet, Mangro and The Dream reportedly began their relationship under the pretense that he would help her to pursue a recording publishing contract. At the time, Mangro was 23 and reportedly seeking a deal with The Dream's record label as well as Epic Records. However, Mangro asserts, let me take this off the screen. See, this man, I have to ask myself, when you have men that treat women like this, if these allegations are all true by all parties, do you even really like women? Let's not forget that he hangs out with Diddy, likes Diddy. He worked with Diddy in the past, and he was praising Diddy so hard, okay, and talking about how good Diddy could sing. Now, I'm sorry, Diddy can't rap or sing, but I digress. And then not to mention, he also worked on Diddy's latest album, Love, Off the Grid. Now, however, Mangro asserts that their relationship included him violently having relations with her and forcing her to drink excessive amounts of alcohol. Additionally, Mangro alleges The Dream choked her until she almost lost consciousness on one occasion. Furthermore, the woman alleges the songwriter raped her in the back of a van, forced her to engage in acts in a public movie theater, and we know what kind of acts they were, okay, and refused to wear protection during their sexual dealings. Mangro also asserts that The Dream recorded their acts when they were having relations and used the recording to threaten her into silence. Same thing that Diddy was accused of by Cassie. Please pay attention. Now, USA Today reports that Mangro's musical career was ultimately upended, and she's still dealing with the trauma 10 years later. She said, choosing to speak out about the trauma that I survived has been one of the most difficult decisions of my life. But ultimately, what Dream did to me made it impossible to live the life I envisioned for myself and pursue my goals as a singer and songwriter. Mangro exclusively gave this information to an outlet, saying that ultimately my silence has become too painful, and I realized that I need to tell my story to heal. I hope that doing so will also help others and prevent future horrific abuse. Oh, so nefarious. So now let's get to what he had to say about all of this. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Now, social media users reacted to the allegations against Dream. Okay. Someone said 2024 is in shambles. Another person said 2024 is the year of NDAs expiring. Everybody's talking. Let's see who's next. Now, this is what Dream said in his statement. These claims are untrue and defamatory. I oppose all forms of harassment and have always strived to help people realize their career goals. As someone committed to making a positive impact on my fellow artists and the world at large, I am deeply offended and saddened by these accusations. Now, the lawsuit arrives amid multiple sexual assault allegations in the music industry. The allegations against The Dream arrived over 10 years after he was accused of assaulting and strangling his then girlfriend, Lydia Nam. According to the outlet, Nam accused Dream of committing the violent act against her April 4th of 2013 while she was pregnant. Okay, we already know all of that. So additionally, the allegations against the Dream arrived behind bombshell allegations against another music industry veteran, Sean Diddy Combs. Now, to date, Combs has been accused of acts such as sexual assault, harassment, rape, and sex trafficking in a plethora of lawsuits. The allegations against the music mogul initially shocked fans after his ex-girlfriend Cassandra Cassie Ventura accused him of the acts in November of 2023. And let's not forget that he said that it was people looking for a quick payday, the same thing that Dream has said, okay? So this is yet another, and this is what the attorney said, Douglas H. Wigner, okay, who is also Mangrove's attorney. He's representing both Diddy's victim, Cassie, as well as Dream's victim. He says, this is yet another horrific example of how men in the music industry use their power and influence to manipulate and harm others. Dream, like Sean Combs did with Miss Ventura and others, used his standing as a prominent recording artist and producer to subject Miss Mangrove to vicious physical and psychological sexual abuse. Now, the allegations against musical names don't end there. In April, one of Sean Combs' sons, Christian, was also accused of sexual assault. And then as recently as June 3rd, reports surfaced of Kanye West, now known as Ye, being sued for sexual harassment. Absolutely nefarious. Okay? Absolutely nefarious. But here's the thing. There are certain people that are not spoken about. You don't really hear about them in the news. And we're going to talk about it on the backup channel at 11:15. So make sure you tune in, because how many of you have heard the name Eric Weinberg? Have any of you heard about Eric Weinberg, the producer of the show Scrubs? Okay, or the producer of Scrubs? Have you all heard of him? Now, this dude, he's set to go to trial. And he did some nefarious things. Talk about luring and attacking women. Yeah, we're going to get into it, because I find it interesting that he was charged with this. These allegations came out on him in 2022, and he's just now getting ready to go to trial. Now, the shock isn't that he's just now getting ready to go to trial, because that's usually the time frame. But what I'm saying is, the shocking thing is, I haven't heard about this until now. I just found articles on this because he's going to trial. And so when this all initially happened, why wasn't he plastered all over the screen by the lamestream media? Why wasn't his story all over the vlog sites? Why wasn't it all over the internet? How come nobody's reporting on it? Because they tried to sweep it under the rug. That's why. And we all know who he is, or what people he belongs to by his last name. Weinberg. I just want y'all to pay attention, all right? Because those types of things get swept under the rug very often. So we're going to talk about that on the backup page. We also got to talk about Hunter Biden. Y'all know I keep my foot on its neck. We got to talk about Hunter Biden's trial. You see, exes have come in and had to testify about his rampant drug use. And that laptop has been brought in for evidence. Please pay attention. So we're going to talk about all that, and J-Lo and Ben Affleck and these lies that are being told, all right? So with that all being said, let's talk about Diddy. Let's talk about Diddy. Because like I said, these two, Diddy and Dream, have a whole lot of comparisons. Misa Hilton and Sarah Chapman shunned Kim Porter. I want you all to pay attention, because they didn't even like Kim Porter, okay? And I find it interesting that after she passed away, they wanted to do a tribute and all of that. Yeah. But when she was here, they dogged her out. Thanks to Diddy. Sean Puff Daddy Combs has quite an interesting history with females. He's pursued more women over the years than anyone can count. The ones who let him catch them and impregnate them are set for life unless he loses his fortune in a banking collapse or the worsening recession. Isn't this ironic? Because this came out in 2010. And he absolutely is losing his fortune. Please pay attention. Now, Sean's first baby mama, Misa Hilton, spoke to Power 105 radio jock Cherry Martinez. She asked her about her relationship with Sean's other baby mamas. Kim Porter and Sarah Chapman. She's right about Sarah Chapman being the sweet, level-headed one. Sarah says that Misa is sweet, and she attended Justin's birthday party on Saturday with Chance, who loves Justin to death. Kim Porter used to be nice way back in the day, but now she's just a bitter old hag who feels she's entitled to treat people like dirt. That's what she said about the late Kim Porter. Please pay attention. Of course, Kim was alive at the time. I'll never forget shooting an event for her for free back in 2007. And the next day she called me. I thought she was going to thank me. Instead, she went on a rant and raged because I didn't put the pictures up on my site quick enough. My entire perception of her changed in that one phone call. That ghetto personality that she worked so hard to conceal came out of her. The next time she tried to call me, I refused to even answer my phone. But isn't it ironic that Kim and Sarah are about the same age, but Sarah is aging beautifully while Kim isn't? That's what she said. That's because Kim has no inner peace, and it shows. I mean, just dogging her out. Okay, I want you all to pay attention. I want you all to pay attention. Now, Misa, she spoke also on why she took Diddy to court to increase her child support, saying the money is relative to him. People say, oh, it doesn't take that much. You know how much you don't know how much tuition is. You don't know what the lifestyle is every day. Our children, thank God, are able to have different extracurricular activities. They have tutors, they have programs that they are in. They have to have security, which is very expensive on a weekly basis. There are a lot of things that people don't take into consideration that this money goes to. We don't sit and get a check and throw it up in the air and say, yay, what I'm doing, what I'm going to do with this money today. Now, Misa also went on to say that she thinks Diddy is still bitter and wants her. Yeah, he's still bitter. It's like, can I live? I have love for him and he's my family, and I'm going to always support him and have his back. But when you can have everything sometimes, sometimes, and you can't have that one little thing, you're not used to that. That's so over. Okay, I'm not saying he's actively trying to pursue me, but I get a hard time sometimes. It's like, what's the problem? You think I'd be the one acting out. You think I'd be the one acting out. I stay out of your way. Now, what wasn't going to happen to me before I went to court is because I'm going with you, because I'm not sleeping with you. Okay, Kim's son is not going to get more than my son because of that, because I'm not sleeping with you. That was some bitch assness, okay? Because if you could have come and stayed here and popped in and out when you wanted to, then it wouldn't be a problem. So you're not going to put me at a disadvantage because we are really broken up and I've moved on. So she clearly went in on Diddy and Kim. Okay, please pay attention. She clearly went in on both of them. Likes up, everyone. Please don't forget to like and share. Now, break up to make up. Couples who just couldn't let go. Not many relationships have been more of a sad joke than this one. Okay, one on and off since 1994. Kim started dating Diddy when he was still with his ex-girlfriend and the mother of his oldest biological son, Justin, by Misa Hilton. Now, Kim and Misa were friends at the time too. So you already know what I'm thinking. This is what the person writing it says. So since then, it has been an up and down roller coaster for these two, with him pushing both of them against one another. And then also him trying to make room for J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez, and allegedly Cameron Diaz. And of course, his other side chick, Cassie. Now, if you watch closely, Kim and Cassie even seem to split holidays to have their time with Diddy. He also has another daughter who is just a few months older than the twins that he shares with Kim. I mean, just reading this would make me want to run for the hills from this man. So like I told you, Diddy was messing around with all these women and they were all friends at some point. And then he explained it when he was on Wendy Williams' show. Like I said, he tried to say that both of them, all three of them, were friends and all of that. And when he'd get his heart broken by one, he'd go to the other one to be consoled, and then it turned romantic. This is all crazy. Tia, y'all said they were jealous of Kim, talked crap to make sure her son got a share of the dirty money. Yeah, it does sound like they were jealous. Absolutely. DJ Big Six says women in lust for power and money because in some cases, love really is not present. Yes, absolutely. I absolutely agree with that. Mode of culture or culture says the girl said she didn't even know him like that. She said she stayed away from him ever since he did that. She was creeped out and scared. It seemed like it was for grape. It was a grape offer. Shaking my head. Let me tell you something. Bronze Flap Her God said, please pay attention. I know it's all nefarious. At the end of the day, you know, I'm still trying to figure out why Shanaz Mangro stayed with the dream so long, thinking that he's trying to help her. Once he started having her staying in that hotel, and then she had to rely on him for everything, and then he's just using her for relations and being violent about it at the same time. Seems like he was sadistic, in my opinion. But after he was doing all of that stuff and clearly had no love for this person, right? And then not trying to help her get to the studio, not wanting her to meet with L.A. Reid and all of them, stalling for months and Sundays and all that. I don't know why she moved to Atlanta. I wouldn't have moved anywhere with him. He would have had to give me my money up front. I would have had to already have signed a contract, okay? And then he sabotaged her entire career. So she did all of that, wasted all of that time, uprooted herself, okay? And went through all of that those torturous events, allegedly, for nothing. Absolutely nothing. Morris Montgomery said she ignored the red flags. Exactly, beloved. That's what I said the other day when I read that nefarious lawsuit. Okay, if you all didn't see the video where I read the lawsuit, please go back and watch because there's a whole lot of nefariousness in there. And that's why they had to put a trigger warning on it. Okay, it was all so sad. It really was. Now, with that all being said, the fact that they looked at his eyebrows and still produced children is beyond me. What? Oh, hell no, you are something else. Mr. Elevation said, all for pipe dreams. Exactly, okay? It was all a dream, like Diddy says, right? Turn to a nightmare. With that all being said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. Everyone, please like and share. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already, be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Now, I'll be on the backup channel at 11:15, so make sure you tune in for those of you who follow me on that channel, all right? And we'll also be on the spiritual channel later on today. All right, so anyway, love you all to life. I hope you enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
Hey, yo, Nick, hit him with that flavor.
Gold all in my skin. God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther. Shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people. I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations. America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. That's See right. A bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece. This time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got